thanks for joining us for today's pro tip. Today we're going to talk about how you can help your cat and yourself acclimate better to being in a carrier. So the first thing I always recommend, and when you walk into my house you will see 3 carriers strewn about. Cats fear the carrier because the only time they see it is when it comes out, because you have to put them in it and take them to someplace scary. So find an end table or a corner of a room where you can take the door off the carrier, put a little cozy in it, toss some toys, some treats, and let it be a normal hangout for your cat. That way when you have to get them in it, they're much less likely to fight you about it. So you'll see 3 different types of carriers here. So these are your basic standard types. You have soft carriers and you have hard carriers. And soft carriers are great for some cats, but not for all. Some cats are too freaked out in the carrier and they'll scratch right through this open mesh soft netting and they'll actually do more damage. Some soft carriers have good structure, like this one, so it's not going to collapse in on the cat when there's no weight holding it up. So if you do have a cat who's okay with a soft carrier, just make sure it's got really good structure to it. And then there's your typical hard carriers, which are what most people are used to seeing. And they have the front load ones, or they have ones with these wonderful doors on the top that make it a little bit easier for your cat to enter. So there's 3 different types, and therefore 3 different ways to get your cat into a carrier. Okay, so now we're gonna help you get your cat into the carrier. Like I said, there are 3 main ways, but the first thing you wanna do is grab a clean towel or blanket and pop it in the bottom of the carrier so that, I know Ozzy, so that if your cat gets scared or sick or goes potties in the carrier, there's something absorbent so the cat's not sitting in it. So the first way you can do it is to try to take some cookies if your cat's not super afraid. Ooh, those smell yummy, huh? And you're gonna toss the cookies in and have them go in right after it. And then just boop, he was so good for that. Having it up on a table helps also because they can't get anywhere to put their feet and run away on you. So that's the first way. If your kitty's being a really, really big pain in the tush, the other thing you can do is stand the carrier upright so that you have to physically lower your cat into it. And what we're gonna do, just like when we were trimming nails, we're gonna scruff the kitty. It's how Mom used to carry him. It does not hurt him. I'm gonna grab both his back legs as well. So he's basically sitting on my hand and he can't go anywhere. And I'm just gonna lower him right in. And once he's in, I can put it down so he's nice and level. And no fuss, no muss. So with top loading carriers or soft crates that open from the top as well, that's usually the easiest way to get him in if you have the ability to go from above. Because you're gonna do the same thing, but it's gonna keep the cat, him or her, at a balanced level. So I'm just gonna scruff, pick up both his back feet so I'm supporting his weight, and I'm just gonna lower him in slowly, like so. Again, the more time your cat sees and is exposed to, the carrier, the more comfortable he's gonna be when you have to do this. This is Ozzy. He's been a wonderful patient for us today. He's only about a year old. He's very active, very hyper, but he is a sweet love bug of a cat. Say thank you, Ozzy. Good boy.